In the dusty attic of an old mansion, a strange glow arose. Pippin, a thin boy with curly hair and large glasses, jumped in the air. In his hand was a shining compass, shimmering with rainbow colors. In an instant, the attic disappeared, and Pippin found himself in a bizarre world. This place was filled with houses floating in the air, upside-down trees, and laughing clouds. Pippin's fall created a colorful fountain, and he landed on a soft, ticklish grass. He got up and looked around, his eyes widening in amazement. What a spectacle this was! The people of Comedium, dressed in colorful clothes, were surprised to see Pippin. A plump man with a mustache, named Kakaji, ran towards Pippin. Kakaji was holding a large balloon, which suddenly burst, and he bounced into the air, getting stuck in a tall tree. Pippin laughed and began to look for a long stick to help Kakaji down from the tree. Just then, a mischievous monkey named Makku snatched Pippin's compass and ran away. Pippin and Kakaji ran after Makku. Makku was running between the houses floating in the air, and Pippin and Kakaji were jumping after him. Makku jumped onto a rooftop, and Pippin chased after him. On the roof, Makku hid the compass in an upside-down tree. Pippin climbed the tree, but the tree began to shake, and Pippin fell down. Kakaji lifted Pippin, and the two of them together straightened the tree. Just then, a little girl named Gulbadan came to them. Gulbadan had a magical flute in her hand, and she began to play it. With the tune of the flute, the fruits on the tree began to fall, and Pippin and Kakaji were surrounded by fruits. Gulbadan told Pippin that Makku was a mischievous monkey, and he was always bothering people. Gulbadan promised to help Pippin catch Makku. Gulbadan, Pippin, and Kakaji all ran after Makku together. Makku ran into a strange market, where time would start and stop intermittently. In the market, people were selling strange things, flying books, laughing shoes, and crying toys. Makku stole a magical hat from a shop, and that hat could change the appearance of whoever wore it. Makku put on the hat, and he transformed into a giant elephant. Pippin, Kakaji, and Gulbadan chased after the elephant Makku. Makku was causing havoc in the market, and the shops were collapsing. Pippin threw a magical rope, and the rope tied Makku's legs. Makku fell, and his hat came off his head. Makku transformed back into a small monkey, and there's Bicard Shia's play for off them entire. Pippin caught Makku and took the compass back from him. Makku admitted his mistake and apologized to Pippin. Pippin forgave Makku and gave him a delicious banana. Oh beast! Makku happily began to eat the banana. Just then, an old man named Dadaji came to them. Dadaji was the oldest resident of Comedium, and he knew everything. Dadaji told Pippin that the compass was a magical object, and it could take him to any world. Dadaji told Pippin that he should use the compass to return home. Pippin thanked his grandfather and said goodbye to Gulbadan and Kakaji. Pippin spun the compass and headed back home. Pippin entered his mansion, and he saw that everything was just as it had been before. Pippin hugged his mother and told her the story of Comedium. The next day, Pippin placed the compass in the attic of his mansion. Pippin thought that maybe one day he would go back to Comedium. Pippin closed his eyes, and he imagined Comedium. Pippin smiled, and he thought about how beautiful the world is, but the story doesn't end here. A few days after Pippin returned home, he received a strange letter. The letter came from Comedium, and it was written by Gulbadan. Gulbadan wrote in the letter that a new trouble had come to Comedium. The people of Comedium were troubled by an evil wizard, and that wizard wanted to destroy Comedium. Gulbadan asked Pippin for help, and she requested Pippin to return to Comedium. Pippin immediately decided that he would return to Comedium. Pippin picked up the compass in the attic of his mansion, and he spun the compass. In an instant, Pippin was back in Comedium. Pippin noticed that Comedium was not the same as before. The people of Comedium were frightened, and sadness had spread throughout the city. Pippin found Gulbadan, and Gulbadan told Pippin that the evil wizard had stolen all the colors of Comedium. The evil wizard's name was Black Wizard, and he lived in a dark cave. Black Wizard wanted to steal the colors of Comedium to increase his power. Gulbadan told Pippin that to defeat Black Wizard, they had to bring back all the colors of Comedium. Pippin and Gulbadan decided to work together to bring back all the colors of Comedium. Pippin and Gulbadan asked all the people of Comedium for help. Pippin, Gulbadan, and the people of Comedium set off towards the dark cave of Black Wizard. Along the way, they faced many difficulties. They had to pass through poisonous forests, and they had to fight dangerous animals. But Pippin, Gulbadan, and the people of Comedium did not give up. They faced all the difficulties together, and they kept moving forward. Finally, Pippin, Gulbadan, and the people of Comedium reached the dark cave of Black Wizard. Black Wizard became angry when he saw Pippin, Gulbadan. Black Wizard began to cast magic on Pippin, Gulbadan, and the people of Comedium worked together to counter the magic of Black Wizard. Pippin used his intelligence, and Gulbadan used her flute. Pippin, Gulbadan, and the people of Comedium together defeated Black Wizard. Black Wizard was defeated, and he returned all the colors of Comedium. The people of Comedium were overjoyed. They thanked Pippin, Gulbadan. Comedium became colorful again. The people of Comedium began to laugh again. Pippin decided that he would return to his home. And so, Pippin's colorful journey will be remembered forever.